Now, to honor that sentiment, please welcome Gregg Sherman to share his dad's 1,000-watt smile with us all. Ladies and gentlemen, Gregg Sherman.
What a spectacular tribute. All these beautiful testimonials and legendary performers. My father was a phenomenally talented songwriting genius. I think that's pretty obvious. But I must tell you, as his only son, I want you all to know, Richard Sherman, the man, was even more amazing. So I wanted to say a few thank yous. First of all, to the Walt Disney Company for making that beautiful short film, The Last Verse. And as you all saw my dad tell Bob Iger, Disney was family to him. So to all of you here who provided my father with your boundless joy whenever he appeared everywhere, Disneyland, Disney Cruises, or right here at D23, he felt your love and he poured your positivity into everything he did. So thank you, Disney faithful, for making my dad's life truly magical. Now, how about our extraordinary host, John Stamos? The man with the largest heart and even larger Disneyland sign in his backyard. I want you to know, he's not just a gifted actor, performer, and as you just saw, drumming virtuoso. Easy for you to say. But John is an equally phenomenal writer. I want you to know every word John has said about my dad today came directly from his soul. I want to thank you, John. It's an honor to call you a friend. Our musical director right there, piano man Richard Allen, has once again shown us he's the best in the business. So Richard Allen, cheer. My family is truly touched by all these wonderful friends and colleagues who've given us so much to remember him by. And especially to the performers, Michael, Darren, and the beautiful Ashley, thank you for sharing your spectacular voices and immense talent. But lastly, to those two gorgeous icons, Leslie and Haley, you know how much my dad loves you. You know who never gets recognition? The incredible talents who work tirelessly behind the scenes to create these magical events. Now, this one was obviously not planned, had to be thrown together last minute. So let's please join me in applauding everyone at D23 for making Now, the Sherman brothers were often asked, what comes first, the words or the music? And the answer was the idea. So when my cousin Jeff and I produced and directed the film called The Boys, a documentary about our dads, we learned quite a lot about the ideas that ignited so many of their unforgettable songs. After the success of Mary Poppins, producer Cubby Broccoli, who owned the rights to all the Ian Fleming James Bond novels, wanted to make his own Mary Poppins, using Ian Fleming's only child book, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. So Cubby asked Walt's permission to use everybody associated with Mary Poppins. Well, my dad and uncle were the only ever staff songwriters in the history of the company, but Walt graciously let them out of their contract so they could go make Chitty. Sadly, when they came back to the studio, Walt was gone. And Dad told me recently, Walt was our barometer. When we demonstrated a song for him, we were playing it for the millions because Walt held the world's pulse. Walt Disney was the Sherman Brothers' greatest inspiration. They always tried to do a little better than they thought they could just to please the boss. But without him, now what? So one of the assignments they came back to do was bed knobs and broomsticks. And the idea behind the next song came directly from the way they were feeling without Walt there. How do you spark imagination when you lose your biggest inspiration? something my family and I are experiencing every day. But the Sherman brothers, they found a solution. And to sing the Academy Award-nominated song, The Age of Not Believing, it is my distinct privilege and honor to introduce Richard Sherman's granddaughter, my beautiful niece, Mandy Rose Wolfe.
When you rush around in hopeless circles, searching everywhere for something true, you're at the age of not believing, when all the make-believe is through. When you've set aside your childhood heroes and your dreams are lost upon a shelf, you're at the age of not believing, and worst of all, you doubt yourself. You're a castaway where no one hears you, on a barren isle in a lonely sea. Where did all the happy endings go? Where can all the good times be? You must face the age of not believing, doubting everything you ever knew, until at last you start believing there's something wonderful in you. You're a castaway where no one hears you, on a barren isle in a lonely sea. Where did all the happy endings go? Where can all the good times be? You must face the age of not believing, doubting everything you ever knew, until at last you start believing there's something wonderful, truly wonderful in you.
And before we continue, I have a really cool, super little secret to share with you. A few years ago, Richard spent an afternoon sitting at a Yamaha disclaimer piano inside the Walt Disney Archives. Now, it's a special piano that records and plays back a pianist's keystrokes. So as you came in today, you may have noticed the piano was playing some Sherman Brothers songs. Guess what? That was Richard playing. Isn't that cool? There's something else that's really cool. Exactly 60 years ago this month, Walt Disney's live-action masterpiece, Mary Poppins, premiered at Hollywood famed Grauman's Chinese Theater. The film was Disney's crown